Hello Mayhem Makers, I am Mindy with Quilting Mayhem and welcome to week 2 of the summer sampler. So today we're doing the around the world block. All right. Hopefully you had fun with week 1 and you're ready for week 2, and really not much different. We are once again going to make some flying geese, and then we're just going to make what I would call kind of a strata block, or just a square made out of 2 rectangles. So fairly straightforward again, but as always I'm going to give you a tutorial. So for these blocks, it's just as simple. Put these 2 right sides together, whichever colors you're using. Remember, your fabrics may not match mine, but take those rectangle pieces, sew a 1/4 inch, and then press them open for that guy. Okay, easy peasy. And you should have one fabric that's kind of your center square. Now, flying geese. I don't know why I always do so many blocks with flying geese. I do love them, but after a while, I know some of you are just kind of tired of me doing them. All right, so take all your background squares, draw a diagonal line just once. Step 1, and I was lucky enough I could make step outs for you guys, so this should be a nice quick tutorial for you. So take your background square, right sides together on your main print rectangle, and so on the line straight across. So it will look like this. Okay. Now in this block you could use the wing clipper tool, which I've talked about previously, and make multiples of these all at once. Highly recommend. You would need to cut your fabric differently to get your flying geese, so just keep that in mind before cutting fabric and doing geese, or go practice them and then try them here. All right, so then for this block, once you have that one line sewn, you're just going to come down here, grab your ruler, trim off that 1/4 inch. Okay, close your blade like a good quilter, and then you'll press that. All right, so easy peasy. So once you press it, it will look like this. Then you take your next background block and line it up on the opposite side. Try to get it all straightened, which is hard to do backwards. And then same thing, diagonal line's going to start in this top middle. We're going to come to this bottom corner, and you're just going to sew straight on that line. Magic. All right. And then we're just going to repeat the same thing. Just remember, you're sewing on the line, not a 1/4 inch away from the line like a half square triangle. All right, so then you're going to just trim that guy and press him to be a full flying geese. All right, so then what you'll need to do for this block is you're going to sew your flying geese in pairs. So then you're going to take and sew 2 of them together. All right, so that way you have 4 sets of these, and then you're going to have 4 sets of these in your center block, and then we're going to put it together. So let me catch up on all my pieces and parts, and then we'll lay it out and I'll show you how to sew it together. So I'll be right back. Okay, so we have all the main pieces done. We're going to lay it out. All right, so this is what I would call kind of a traditional 9-patch layout. The key things to remember is, of these kind of bar type blocks, you want to make sure the background fabrics are on the outside, and then the other color is facing towards the center. That kind of gives you a plus sign in the middle. And then your geese, just make sure that you're turning them 90 degrees every time, so they look like they're going around the block. Okay, so main parts of things you need to remember when you lay them out. And then the next thing is, we're just going to sew them together in rows across, and then we'll put our rows together. Okay, so like I said, this is kind of just a 9-patch layout now, so pretty easy. We're just going to start taking these blocks, right sides together, 1/4 inch seam, and so on. So let me put a couple rows together. I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so we have our rows. Now a reminder, if you're putting 2 blocks together and there is a seam in the middle that they need to join and match up, put a pin in it, be safe, because you want it to line up nice and perfect. So don't just sew it and hope for the best. All right, so after you do your rows, lay them back out, because I've been known to accidentally turn a row around and then sew it together. So be safe, lay it back out so that you have everything going the way it should. Your geese are all going the way they should. And then just match. Flip the first row to the second. And you definitely want to pin these two joins right here. Make sure they all line up nice and pretty. Let's see. There's another join here. So we'll just pin this while we're at it. And then this one's okay. It's not an actual join, all right? But if you're a new quilter, pin the end. If you watch any of my videos, you'll hear me. Pin that end. Make sure you start at the beginning all matched up. Otherwise, your blocks go all crazy and you come to me going, why are they all waffly and curvy and wonky? Because you're not making sure your beginning and ends meet. And if they don't meet, your blocks look all weird in the middle, okay? So we're just going to take this 1/4 inch seam and then repeat for that last row. So we're almost there. I'll show you how it looks. And there you have it. Around the world. I love this block. I love them all. Another one that would be fun if you did a quilt purely out of this block. You could have a lot of fun with it because it will actually make kind of a double pinwheel in the middle when these join. So, you know, if you need another quilt project, maybe try this one out. So I hope this has helped you out. If you need help, reach out. Email us, info@quiltingmayhem.com. Come see us at the store. Message us through social media, Facebook, Instagram, all those. We will gladly help you out. I promise. So if you're struggling with the geese or anything else, just let us know. We're here for you. Otherwise, we'll see you next week and keep on stitching.